you guys like Boogie?
Boogie2988
or the movie?
The man.
The man.
Do we like him?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I like him the most.
You don't like him?
What does that even mean, though?
Woody.
I said I like him the most. Like I empathize with him. Like the whole internet's mad at him, which is a position that I can understand. And they're mad at him for what? At first, he represented himself as absolutely Mr. Rogers, and it turns out he's a little naughtier than that. I'm okay with that.
You're a little naughtier.
I think what a lot of people get mad about is like the performativeness of it, where it's like the performative woe is me stuff is what a lot of people do.
I like that Kyle was like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I am
asking us.
I don't like them. I don't even know him.
If somebody asked me if I like you, I would be like, yes, absolutely do. And then I would list some of your attributes and feats, some of the things that you've done that make me like you, and some of the things that are about you that I like. I do that. And it's like, do I like Boogie? I don't dislike Boogie. That's probably where I am. I have no hate in my heart for Boogie.
Ooh. I went on his podcast and he said that we were talking briefly and he was like, "Oh, this guy's hate me over there," and I was like, "I don't think so."
No, we definitely don't hate Boogie. We've definitely gone in and made fun of him when he does something we think's retarded. And
we've done our best not to like tell lies about him at the same time and give him his fair shake.
Yeah.
When it comes to this stuff, and try to understand what's going on.
I've never seen Boogie up to something and been like, oh, like the last thing I remember big from him was how hilarious it was when he tried to kill Frank Castle. Like that was a few years ago.
That was a crazy era.
That was
shooting the gun in the air.
That was like multiple years ago now, but that was the most surreal clip to watch, to see Frank being like, "What are you going to do? Kill me?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to come out there and kill you." And then he comes out there with a gun and Frank's like, "Kill me, shoot me." He's just screaming at him on his bed. It was insane.
I was okay with that. I thought that was as silly as that was what he did, and ended up being like some sort of criminal charges, which I guess he's through now or whatever. But I bet the next guy thought twice before coming and knocking on his goddamn door.
Yeah.
He was like, well, next time it won't be a warning shot, boys. I'm not messing with Boogie. So like in that moment, I was like, he took a stand. It wasn't a good one, maybe. It wasn't the right one even, but he did take a stand. I can appreciate that. He'd had enough.
And so he went out there with his gun. And that's still a hilarious like meme picture. Like, have you seen like the ones where it's like him holding the gun and it shows like the Fallout 4 like green like targets on him? Where it's like 68% headshot chance, 48% arm shot chance. Try to disable. Like that was funny. But yeah, I don't know what is Boogie up to now. You is there a reason you brought him up?
I was on the podcast and I asked Wings if he liked working with Keemstar better or Woody better. And then
what'd he say?
He said that you stole money from him.
No, he did not say that. I've never stolen money.
He said Keemstar pays him better. And then you took his money. Did
he say that?
Somehow you didn't give him enough money.
So, he got an equal share.
There was no money. We split those $50 that who were those children and those guys in the army, the Boogie Boys or some shit.
What the fuck were they called? The weather telling people. Yeah.
There was like a group of 5 friends once who like gave themselves a silly moniker, like, yeah, we're the Juju Boys or something. YOLO Boys. And they were like, what it was like 5 guys who listened to our show who were like threw in $10 each and sent it to us and was like, hey, give us a shout out. And we were like, this week we're brought to you by the YOLO Boys. And we just showed a group photo of these kids. And it was like, he got his 1725.
He says you gave that to Chiz. He said that. You gave the Chiz something like that.
Yeah, well, YOLO. Kyle, tell us about the YOLO Boys.
Yes, please do.
Well, it would seem that this episode of Painkiller Already is being brought to you tonight by, well, in part at least, by the YOLO Boys. That's right, the YOLO Boys. 3 of the greatest weathermen providing the best weather forecasts for the armed forces in Europe and Africa. It would seem.
Apparently,
The YOLO boys. You should be seeing them on your screen right now. As soon from left to right, we have YOLO Boy 1, YOLO Individual 2, and YOLO Boy 3. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The YOLO boys.
So these guys...
Cash, we didn't care.
They don't have a business. They don't have a YouTube channel, but apparently 3 grown-ups stuck together and decided this is a good idea.
They got some goddamn weather reports or something.
So 3 grown men defending our country said, "Let's be the YOLO boys." And
you know what they defend our country from is by informing the other troops that there are light drizzles in their area.
There's a high pressure area over the Sudan right now.
The worst sponsor we have ever had, and perhaps the worst sponsor we ever will have.
I
the
disagree.
YOLO boys.
I disagree. I completely love these guys.
I disagree because I'm not sure.
I'm crying. They have
have
no company. They have no business, no channel, no nothing. They just want to hop on the
are.
show. They just
are.
They just
are. They know being made fun of is part of it. I mean, I'm not afraid of being hunted down by these guys. What's the standard issue firearm for a fucking weatherman? Is it a radar? Are they going to get me with that? Give me shit for over 30 years? Is that what's going to happen?
YOLO boys now.
What's that?
I'm the only person here that wants to meet the YOLO boys at this point.
No, you're not the only. No, they're awesome. Like I am. Yeah.
Thank you, YOLO boys. For
Thank
sponsoring.
you, YOLO boys. Yeah.
YOLO boys, I'm not getting
Already.
any of your money. This is essentially slave labor. Send me some.
That's right, YOLO boys. If you'd like to, sort of as a gratuity on top, sort of a tip, you could include some money for Taylor.
Twitter.com/Murkadurka.
Yeah, that's because you can send money that way.
My tagline is, "It's better than lefties," and so just do that.
Is that your tagline about your branding? It's like, well, at least it's not lefties.
Yeah, I mean that's shooting
Oh,
for
wait,
the sky.
we
You know,
have-
better than yours.
We have 2 more sponsors.
No,
But then I asked that, but then Woody was Boogie was like, yeah, those guys over there, they hate me, and I was like, no, they don't hate you.
We definitely don't hate Boogie. We'd have him back on.
Yeah, and to be clear, Wings absolutely got an equal share of the cash. There was what he's saying isn't.
Hey, dude, yeah, muscles glasses too, buddy. I feel you.
No, this is here. I gotta blow the whistle on this because when I replaced Wings, Woody texted me, "Operation Steal Wings money is a go." And I said 10-4, good buddy. Operation Subvert the Fat Guy has begun.
Yeah, I now I want to hear what he said because I'm like that's just not true.
Well, check it out, Lolcow podcast at
yeah.
No, they because I did think this before that podcast started.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I was just in the room there, and we had recorded a podcast, and the podcast went to shit. Like someone didn't record their audio properly on it, and then we did it again, and then something messed up. But then Keemstar came in and started yelling at them. Like he came and like fucking started yelling at them for fucking up. Like Woody, sorry, I don't know. I keep doing that. Boogie and Wings and Tommy, and he's like ripping them, and he's fucking going. And I'm sitting there too, and I'm listening, and he's like, it's kind of like he's yelling at me also. And then he left, and I was like, "What the fuck, dudes? I'm invoicing you guys. How I want a part of this episode." The Keemstar's yelling at me too. He was very furious. But then I just thought about how funny it would be, like if any of you came into this podcast before the podcast started and started yelling at the rest of the guys in it. Like I just don't imagine it. The dynamic being even close to that. Imagine Zach walking in here and started like. He pops in and he starts yelling, fucking cussing us out for like fucking up and being idiots. That's what it was. It's a very abusive working relationship.
So wait, did you guys record entire episodes and then realize there was no audio, do it again, and then do it a third time?
We did an episode and there was the audio messed up, and like Boogie was just like super apologetic, and I was like, oh, it's cool, dude, I've just been sitting at home depressed flipping through every single game in my gaming library at 4 a.m. so I'm good. And then we did it, and then 20 minutes into that one where this is like Wings was like, oh shit, I didn't hit record, let's bring that back. And then they started the podcast again.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't throw stones. I've messed up an audio here or there.
Yeah, but this is 4 hours. You fuck up a PKA. That's like, what? We're missing this week. Fuck it.
Yeah, it used to be I recorded and Lefty would do the backup recording. And I think it only happened once where we actually lost the show.
Did you make it up, or did you were you just like, fuck?
No, it was like the next day or something. And it wasn't that I did fail to record. It's that it was corrupted afterwards. The file, I guess it
There's
doesn't
no
have an
real,
end
there's
to
no
it or
real
something.
good podcast software still today. There's no perfect thing. You guys use this. I guess you have a good experience. So we use Squadcast. It saves all the things individually and whatever. But nothing's perfect. Some people use Disc, but there's just no perfect, super reliable thing. It feels like nothing is really quite the best answer for this. And Lord knows more than ever, we need more 40-year-old white dudes talking on microphones together. It's got to be easier. It's got to be easier to access.
Streamline that. Zach just reminded me. It was the Arrested Development episode. Our guest was the Asian adopted kid from Arrested Development. And dude, that episode fucking sucked. And I remember he came in here and big timed us. I'm a big time Hollywood star slumming with you podcasters. And it's I don't even know your fucking character's name.
I've never seen that show. I don't. I still haven't. I've never seen Arrested Development. I probably should. I hear it's good.
I watched a couple episodes many years ago, and it didn't get a laugh out of me, so I didn't go back.
Okay.
Yeah, it was at a time. At a time, it was maybe considered smart or funny. It didn't really last for me.